Good Shabbos. Welcome to another video of Dvar Torah. You know, so often we use this to solve problems. We order something, we add something, bring something new into our lives, we add something to fix our problems. But it's not always the way. There was a group of researchers at the University of Virginia who noticed that engineers tend to add things to solve problems. But very often, the best solution is really to take things away, to subtract them. And it's an interesting observation. They noticed it all over the place. Maybe one of the best examples was adding training wheels to bikes. Well, the truth of the matter is the hardest part of learning to ride a bike is about the balance. So there's now these gliding bikes, these balance bikes that 2 years old are using, and it helps them to learn much better. It's not about adding training wheels, it's about subtracting pedals. Just one example. But I think that this cuts to a very profound lesson that is just central to so many mitzvot in the Torah, specifically ones that are mentioned in this week's Parsha. So for example, the idea of Shabbat is about taking away a whole category of activities to create a special day which gives you the opportunity to connect with friends, family, and build community. Pesach is a very special time that has special memories which are very much created by the food restrictions, by taking away an entire category of food on Pesach. There are also laws of marital purity which create the same thing by creating special times within the dynamic of a couple. There are also so many laws in Judaism which tend to restrict us and to narrow our focus. Yom Kippur is another example, right? It's a day where we spend not eating, not chasing after the next meal, which ironically also gives us a greater appreciation for the food that we eat afterwards. Torah really solves a lot of problems by looking at a minimalist approach, taking things down just a little bit more. There's a beautiful expression in Pirkei Avot, Mar b'nechasim, mar b'da'aga. The more material you have, the more worry that you have. But the Torah is trying to say to us, maybe sometimes the subtraction, taking things out of our lives, making things a little bit simpler, is really the way to the best solution. And as much as we might be a fan of this and adding more stuff, simplicity, basics, having a little bit more focus, could really help a lot. Shabbat Shalom.